Hey guys, it's Mickey from Modern C10. I wanted to show you guys this project we're working on. Something I'm excited about. Basically, I get another chance at building that truck. So this is my blue truck. Most of y'all have seen that. I'm building another one over here for a customer. It's basically my truck on steroids. So a lot of upgrades over what we did with the blue truck. So we started it out with one of our tube chassis, just like my blue truck's got. Blue truck does got a chromoly one. This is a mild steel version, so it does weigh a little bit more, but we got a lot more horsepower to make up for that. The engine come from Ultimate Engine Solutions. It's a 6.7 iron block LT platform with the Magnuson on it. We're hoping to make well over 1,000 horsepower with that guy. It's got a 10-speed automatic with the trans brake. That's from Pure Drivetrain Solutions up in New York. It's got the SP2 wheels from St. Paul Speed. On the back, I got some mock-up tires on there. I'll explain that in a minute, but these are my racing tires with 14.5-inch wheels. The rest of the truck was a really nice cab and everything. He had been in a wreck. That front fender had to be replaced. Hood had to be replaced, but basically started out with a good platform, didn't have any rust or anything, really nice cab. We built one of our beds for it. We used the AMD floor that's narrowed for the 4-inch tubs. We put that in, did all the updates to the tailgate, put the bed together. We shaved the stake pockets, got it all body worked. It's in, I think the last coat of primer. We're going to do one more blocking on it, and then that thing will probably be ready. But what I wanted to do was get the bed, the cab, and everything on the chassis with the motor and transmission in it to where everything's sitting the way it's going to set. And then I want to do all the gaps on the truck. A bit of a change of plans. I'm going to go ahead and take all this off. It's just sitting on here. It's not, I don't even know if it's bolted on. But basically, I'm going to take the front end stuff back off. I'm going to build the headers and all the exhaust, get that locked in, and then I'll put the front end back on it, get all the gaps as close as I can get them, weld all that in, and then I'll come in and do the slosh tubs and the drop panels, radiator, all that stuff. So we'll do that next, but once I get the exhaust done, I shouldn't have to be taking the front end off and on anymore. So you guys are gonna get to see me do the exhaust. We're gonna do 2 1/8-inch primaries and 3-inch exhaust. So on these trucks, I like to use Spintech. This is a Spintech 6000 series muffler, 3-inch inlet outlet. The reason I like using the Spintech is the design they have in here. It's they actually did it on accident, but it eliminates all the drone from the truck. So a lot of these 10 speeds and 8 speeds, they like cruising at a low RPM, and it creates a drone throughout the truck. I've tried using resonators and all that other stuff. None of it really works. It helps a little bit, but it's not ideal. So I found the Spintech deal, started using those on my truck. Haven't had any issues. The drone was instantly eliminated. So these are custom ones that we have made out of stainless though, because we do all of our exhaust systems out of stainless. But you can buy those straight from Spintech. They sound good. They still make good horsepower. They don't drone. Okay guys, got the truck up in the air. Wanted to show you some of what I'm doing here. I talked about the tires earlier. I got a 315 drag radial mounted on a 14.5-inch wheel that I had custom made by Diamond Racing Wheels out of Wisconsin. And I just use them when I'm racing, but I put them under this truck so that I would have basically as big of a tire as we're ever going to run on here, so that I can make sure that all my exhaust pipe clears the tires. I'd hate for the guy someday to decide to go to the racetrack, go to throw the tires on there and it hit his pipe and he'll not be able to run that size tire. So I'm putting the big tire on here, make sure that clears. And then what's going on here is I make these stainless simulators. This is the diameter of the spring, and then this would replicate the spring completely collapsed. So what I can do is lower the jack down. It's actually sitting on the jack right now. I can lower the jack down until this is completely compressed, and the shock is basically bottomed out at that point. So the shock should be bottomed out, and this snubber should be sitting on the rear end at the same time that happens. So then I can run the exhaust through here and know that if we ever bottom out the suspension or whatever, I know it's not going to pinch the exhaust. So I like to go the extra mile, put that stuff in there, just to have a little simulation to know I'm not going to screw myself later. And got plenty of tire clearance, can mount the mufflers back here, whatever I need to do. So that's what's going on right there. What's going on right there is just pure badass rear end housing for modern C10. Also, I did go ahead and put the drive shaft in it, so I want to make sure my X pipe and everything clears that. We'll say while I'm under here, I'm going to actually make a couple of fixtures to hold the collectors and hold the mufflers and stuff like that, so that I can replicate this exhaust system on future trucks that we build, because everyone that we build has the same frame under it. So I want to be able to replicate the exhaust off of this truck once I get it done. We've done a couple exhaust systems for these and for our frames and everything, but the thing is I'm actually changing the muffler location. So I did have the muffler right in this area, but I'm changing that, putting something else in that spot, and I think I'm putting the mufflers back here. So I'm gonna probably, through these next 4 or 5 videos, however many it takes, I'm probably going to be doing some fixture building also. So this exhaust system might take quite a bit longer than a normal one because of all the fixtures I'm going to make. But after I get that figured out, from here on out, the rest of the trucks, it ought to be a lot quicker and easier to build the exhaust system on them. Anyways, stay tuned, guys.